Hello students, at the end of the chapter Transportation of Materials in Plants and Animals, today I am going to teach you about transportation that takes place in plants. What are the materials that need to be transported in plants? They are water, minerals and food. Do plants have any transporting media like blood in our body? No, they don't have any blood. Or how do they carry the materials from one part to another part? This is a question for us. So in those plants, in these green plants, there are some pipe-like structures formed by some special kind of tissue. What is the tissue? When two or more than two cells group, they form a tissue. And you know, cell is a basic unit of all the living beings. Cell is a basic unit of all the living beings. So all the parts or organs in our living body, they are made up of cells. When cells are grouping, they form a tissue. For example, in our body, we have nervous tissue, muscular tissue, connective tissue. Similarly, in plants also, there are different types of tissues which you may be learning in higher class. Now here I will tell you the transportation in plants take place because of some special kind of tissue. We call them as conducting tissue. Conduct means to pass, to allow the materials to go through. Conducting, that's why the tissues are called as conducting tissue. These conducting tissues are in the form of pipe in the form of pipe or in the form of tubes. Pipe or tubes. So these conducting tissues which help in carrying the materials are also called as vascular tissue. Conducting tissue are also called as vascular tissue. We have two types of vascular tissue. One is called xylem, another is called phloem. Xylem and phloem. Xylem will always carry the water in upward direction. You can see the blue color shown here is xylem carrying the water in upward direction. Xylem is kind of vascular tissue, helps in transporting water and minerals. Not only water, along with the water, what is dissolved in the soil along with the water is minerals. Those minerals also get dissolved in the water and get transferred or transported to the upper part of the plant body, to the leaves, for the sake of photosynthesis. And after the photosynthesis process, what is formed in the leaves, we call that is food is formed. The food is prepared in the leaves. This food needs to be carried to different parts again. So that is done by the another kind of tissue called as phloem. Another kind of tissue is called as phloem. PH is fur. PHLOEM, phloem. Phloem tissue helps in transportation of food prepared by the leaves. So two types of tissues are there which are helping in carrying the materials. Water and minerals are carried by xylem. Food is carried by phloem. And whenever the water gets evaporated through the leaves by the process of transpiration, there will be a gap produced in the xylem tissue. You know, just the functioning of straw. All of you must have used the straw for drinking the juice. Any kind of juice you are going to drink, maybe coconut water, maybe cool drinks, you use a straw, a pipe-like structure, which what will you do? You will be sucking the air from the straw. When you suck the air from the straw, the juice comes into the straw because there is a vacuum created in the straw when you are pulling the air out. So inside pressure becomes more. When the pressure becomes more, naturally that rushes upward. Similarly here, when transpiration takes place, there will be a gap produced. Air gap will be reduced. So at that time, from the roots, the water will be rushing in upward direction through the xylem. So transpiration helps in creating what? Pull. Suction. Suction means to suck, to absorb. So transpiration not only helps in removal of water, excess of water, also helps in absorption of water from the soil by the roots. You understand? So transpiration happens for the sake of removal of excess of water from the plant body. Also, it helps in absorption of water from the soil through the roots. Yes, thank you. Have a nice day, children.